Do you want to play like this? And this? Then you clicked on the right video. Hello everyone, Shizu here, and in this video, I'm gonna teach you guys everything you need to know about the hero Paquito, including the builds, emblems, tips and tricks, and everything that would increase your chances of winning. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Paquito is a very versatile fighter. He can easily get in and out of any combat situation.
Why take the punch if you can dodge it?
Thanks to his 156 different combos. Yeah, you heard that right. You can watch this video for the explanation. Let's start with the hero skills. Passive, Champ Stance. Every 3 skill cast, Paquito enters Champ Stance, ignoring current cooldowns, while also enhancing all of his 3 skills. Casting a red skill will increase his movement speed by 60% that decays over 1.8 seconds. Paquito's basic attacks only enjoy 85% total physical attack, unlike other heroes. Which means his basic attacks will deal less damage compared to other heroes. Skill 1. Paquito does a heavy left punch in front of him, dealing damage and gaining shield if enemies are hit. In Champ Stance, the shield is increased to 140% while increasing the damage. The shield effect of Paquito's first skill is stackable. In Champ Stance, the range of his first skill is increased without noticeable changes to the skill range indicator.
Roll with the
His first skill is really useful when taking a lot of damage, but it can be easily countered with shield reduction items such as the Dominance Ice. Skill 2. Paquito dashes in a specified direction, dealing damage to whoever gets hit. In Champ Stance, the damage is greatly increased. The dash will stop when hitting an enemy creep or an enemy hero. Paquito's dash can be blocked by heroes, so be more cautious using it. It can also be used to escape from enemies because of its wall passing ability. Ultimate. Paquito launches an elbow strike, knocking enemies back, dealing damage and slowing them down. In Champ Stance, Paquito launches an uppercut after the elbow strike, dealing a great amount of damage and knocking enemies airborne. It is also important to note that in Champ Stance, the damage is only increased on the uppercut. Let's now move on to the basic combos. This combo deals the most damage within a short span of time. This combo deals the most CC and damage with a longer duration.
Every scar is a badge of glory. Busted!
This combo is the most defensive combo. It is highly focused on shield while also dealing a considerable amount of damage. And the ultimate guide to Paquito won't be complete without the flicker combo in all its majesty. Learning to use the different flicker combos can be really an asset in your every game. There are a lot of Paquito flicker combos that everyone can use. Paquito's flicker combo is very good at catching enemies off guard. It can also turn the tides in real game scenarios when successfully killing objectives such as the best player of the enemy team. This is what a flicker combo looks like. To perform it, just click the flicker after casting a skill.
Ships I went through that built me up.
You can control where the skill lands by aiming the joystick.
Every scar of mine is a badge of glory. Every move counts. Busted!
Last but not least, we have the freestyle combos.
I earn respect with my...
Learning freestyle combos can take a lot of practice. And I also won't be covering it that much because it's purely for aesthetics. If you want to see more about freestyle combos, you can watch this video. Let's now move on to the build. This is the build I recommend to use. This build has the highest possible attainable damage while having 30% CDR. This build will give you high physical attack while also having 30% cooldown reduction. This build is perfect for assassin playstyles. This build can easily one-shot squishy enemy heroes. And could also kill fighters with one full combo. Paquito has high CD skills. His weakness is fast-moving heroes and CC. Paquito is extremely slow if you have less movement speed and CDR items. With high CDR, you can easily outmaneuver enemy heroes and keep up with the overall pacing of the game. I recommend using Assassin Emblem with this setup for maximum damage. Bloodlust Axe is going to be removed after the next major update, so I recommend using Endless Battle or Queen's Wings as an alternative to lifesteal. Tips and tricks. Tip number 1. Always stay one step ahead of your adversary. I don't just mean to predict the movement of enemy heroes, I meant to calculate and think through their next moves and anticipate the right course of action in dealing with it. For example, after a squishy hero defends their turret, they will most likely go to this route in order to avoid ganks. But if you're one step ahead, you can gamble and gank the enemy here instead.
Make every move count.
Tip number 2. Always use your surroundings to your advantage. Paquito's skill 2 can pass through even the thickest of walls. So this is really useful for escaping and surprise attacks. Tip number 3. Laning. Paquito almost always have the advantage when it comes to laning. If you use the skills effectively, then your enemy. Paquito can clear lanes under 3 seconds, so you're pretty much safe when cutting lanes.
I earn respect.
If enemies are not in your lane, you can use his abilities to fast clear minions and deal damage to enemy turrets.
Resilient.
Tip number 4. Poking. If the enemy has the lane advantage, you can use Paquito's skill to pressure the enemy and possibly lower their HP so they will have less participation in turtle or lord fights. Tip number 5. Skill usage. Paquito skills are meant to be used and not to look stupid not using them, especially if you have at least 30 to 40% cooldown reduction.
Fight.
In simple
Try to
terms,
be the
don't be
winning
afraid
side.
to use your champ stun skills, even if you're just clearing a lane or trying to speed up getting to another lane. Trust me, it's much better than waiting for a scenario where you get ganked before you want to use the right skill. Just use it. And to wrap things up, Paquito is a very complex fighter. Even knowing these information, it would still take you quite some time to be a good player. So just take it easy and enjoy the process. And as always folks, thanks for watching, Shizue out.